What's up, guys? It's only days into the old Biden administration, and we've seen Biden sign blank executive orders, shut down the Keystone Pipeline, laid off thousands of people, has no plan for COVID, but luckily for us, there are plenty of Bernie Sanders mitten memes. Bernie Sanders mitten memes. Bernie Sanders mitten memes. Bernie Sanders mitten memes. I love saying Bernie Sanders mitten memes. Guys, if y'all watching this far, make sure you hit a like button, the subscribe, and that little bell thing to make sure y'all know when I am posting this stuff, because I got to hang out with some folks the other day who have been telling me, one, they've been digging the videos. So thank you for watching and inviting me onto your phone or your computer, wherever you're writing. There's been people who have been confirming that they have to actually go look for my post. And there's been people who ask me if I'm still in Facebook jail because they're not seeing anything I post. So today's video is going to be called Trolls, Trolls Everywhere, you trolls. Yeah, you see the trolls? This is how I know I am finally starting to break out of the quarantine that Facebook had me in. Reason I know this because I have one particular troll that I love when they troll. They were a very, very bright spot in a very dark time for me, so I love this troll. This troll can hate me, they can disagree with me all they want to, but understand, I still dig this troll. So thank you, troll, for trolling me. You've actually helped break me out of this, regardless if you realize it or not. Matter of fact, if you think I'm crazy, keep talking to me. Keep telling me I'm crazy. That way, other people can get on like they have been doing and going, yeah, we get that censorship is going on. Just because the fact that your guy won and you think I was pulling for the other team, don't insult my intelligence. Because I want to point out to my troll, there are some instances this troll should remember. There's been one time that I was able to help said troll with a contract issue that I'd had in my back pocket for 6 to 8 months. Just nobody thought I was smart enough to actually have said contract and know what was going on until they finally was telling me something was ending, and I was like, they didn't know about the other contract, and I was like, oh, guess what? Guess who's got the contract? Me. Okay. It was at that point during that I realized I needed to read books on manipulation, on strategy, because I realized if I was going into that industry, I was going to be surrounded by sharks. I ain't mad at you for being a shark. I'm just acknowledging I know you're a shark. Second thing, also remember, you paid for a lot of marijuana from me, and you thought I was only going to be getting cigarettes. Folks, it was quite fun watching the expression on said troll's face when I pointed out that no, you was not buying cigarettes for me, you was actually buying cannabis, which kept me level-headed to deal with the bill dong. I'm trying not to cuss. We already got a cuss jar in the house. I'm going to have to put a lot of quarters in it. So, yes, I knew the bull dong was very deep at that point. So, yes. Yes, yes. Now I want to come to one other story. This said troll once upon a time told me he was hitching his wagon to my star. So said troll, all I can tell you is buckle up, buttercup. It's fixing to start get interesting. Because here's my point. All this time I've been talking, it's been about free speech. Yes, I'm a Christian. Yes, I read the Bible. Yes, I confess Jesus is my Savior. I believe he died and resurrected just like what the book tells me. I have experiences. Go back and watch some of the videos on Rants from the Looney Bin, on the Mustard Seed Adventures on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit the website up, Rants from the Looney Bin, because we're posting all this stuff there to where y'all can have a place to go find what I'm talking. If you're enjoying what I'm talking about, if you're not, cool, just don't watch the videos no more. I'm okay with it. But with that being said, I think a lot of times people have forgotten that 2020 changed everything. There's been a lot of people who's contacted me to do shows and stuff like that. And I want to tell you guys, thank you. I am humbled that y'all would even think about me to go do stand-up anymore. But I'm going to tell you something. I just don't think it's for me anymore. I think this right here, Rants from the Looney Bin, doing these videos and talking about real subjects that I want to talk about and seeing if anybody else agrees with me and wants to talk to me and discuss these issues is where I want to be. With that being said, I'm going to tell y'all exactly how I see things going. And understand, I'm no expert. I'm no expert on anything. What I am is somebody who grew up in a very manipulating situation. I was abused as a child. I know how these people think because forever I was obsessed with the occult. I was obsessed with mind control, magic, and anything of the paranormal and stuff like that because I didn't want to get caught up in really bad BS because I didn't know what I was talking about or know what I was dealing with. So with all the stuff that I've done over the past 6 years, I have studied and paid attention to a lot of things. And what I can tell you is, ladies and gentlemen, if the past 4 years, 5 years haven't taught you anything, especially the last year, that people will believe anything you tell them and keep repeating it. They are browbeating us with all this crap. We know there was voter fraud. I'm not a Trump supporter. I was calling BS with all that because I never thought Trump would actually take the nomination because he'd never released his tax records. But lo and behold, he not only got the presidency, or the nomination, he won the presidency. Guys, I remember WrestleMania 23. I remember when he got Stone Cold stunned. I remember he played a heel. All I'm saying is, wake up and pay attention. Nobody just walks into the Capitol building. You don't do it. You don't just mosey into the Capitol building and steal the Speaker of the House's laptop. Are you kidding me? Stop falling for all the propaganda BS. Now, what I do here is what I like to tell y'all stuff and use references from the Bible, the Art of War, and the Prince. So tonight, I am going to use the Bible in this, and I want y'all to understand this is why you're seeing all this stuff fall apart. In Luke 12, it goes down, and he says, "Beware of the leaven of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy." Oh my, the Pharisees were the people in charge. Jesus is straight out calling them hypocrites. For there is nothing covered that will not be revealed, nor hidden that will not be known. Oh my, so all the stuff that y'all are doing, the reason all this stuff is happening is so all this can come out into the open. Those of you who don't think there was anything to the Q movement, what I want to point out to you guys is the best way to get somebody off your track and mic drop is go back and watch the last rap battle in 8 Mile. You know when Eminem called out all the stuff he was doing? And then gave it to, what was it, Falcon? Because then he couldn't say anything? Yeah, this is exactly what Q was doing. They were telling you they were actually pedophilia, sacrifice, child molestation, pedophilia, all that kind of horrible crap was actually going on. But because it was a psyop, they wanted you to think there was a plan. Guys, just because they blew smoke up your rears for a bunch of years, don't think that the whole thing is not true. Ladies and gentlemen, you can read the WikiLeaks emails. You decide for yourself. Just because they don't come out and say, yeah, I penetrated such and such, doesn't mean they wasn't speaking in the language. If you have never tried to hide something from anybody and you're trying to tell me you can't see that code, you're bullshit. There goes a quarter. You are bulldogging yourself. Therefore, whatever you have spoken in the dark will be heard in the light, and whatever you have spoken in inner rooms, in the ear, in the inner rooms will be proclaimed on the housetops. Yep, guys, this is the moment coming. And I want y'all to, this is one of those verses I just want y'all to think about. And if y'all have watched this far, tell me what y'all think about this verse, because I'd love to see what y'all think. For everyone will be seasoned with fire, and every sacrifice will be seasoned with salt. Salt is good, but if salt loses its flavor, how will you season it? Have salt in yourselves and have peace with one another. Interesting. Very, very interesting. But I want to leave y'all with this last one. And this comes out of Mark 13. But watch out for yourselves. They will deliver you up to councils, and you will be beaten in the synagogues. You will be brought before rulers and kings for my sake, for a testimony to them. And the gospel must be preached to all the nations. But when they arrest you, do not worry. When they arrest you and deliver you up, do not worry beforehand or premeditate what you will say. But whatever is given to you in that hour, speak that, for it is not you who speak, but the Holy Spirit. Guys, if y'all don't realize what the censorship and the algorithm is doing, they told us in Captain America Civil War, know yourself and know your opponent. In 1,000 battles, you'll never be in fear of danger or in danger of defeat. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm sorry, I messed up. Know yourself, know your opponent. In 1,000 battles, you'll never be in fear of defeat. Okay? They have been learning their opponents. They know who you are. My question to you is, do you know who they are? So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to conclude with this. If you like what I'm doing, please, please, please hit me up. Share the video. If you don't want to share the video, because I know I'm talking about controversial stuff, I get not everybody is going to be willing to talk directly out about this. I get it. That's why I'm here. I've got a big mouth and I don't do what I'm told. So I'm not making money from this because there's nobody financing me. But if you do enjoy what I'm doing, go to Rants from the Loony Bin, and there's a spot up there to where you can donate. And guys, I'm actually trying to raise money. I'm going to ask y'all to help me raise money. If you can't send money, that's cool. Just hit like, share it with somebody else, because somebody you share it and sees it may help. If you go to Rants from the Loony Bin, you can see the donation thing, is Cash App, stuff like that. I don't know how to do any of this. Joey Stubblefield has set up the Rants from the Loony Bin site. He's got freeme.us is a new social media site. Guys, go hit those things up. And if you would help me raise about 5 to 10 grand. I know that sounds like a lot, but when you're dealing with this kind of equipment and stuff like this, it's not that much. And plus, we almost went to Washington, D.C. If you want me to still do what I do and try to travel and find out some of the answers for you guys, I'm going to need help. If you don't think what I'm doing is worth anything, don't donate, don't share, don't do any of that. I get it. Not mad at you. Click the end button. See ya. But if you do think that I'm on to something, you do think that there's something really weird going on, help me out. And the only way to do that is to like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you can, throw some money over into the donate thing at Rants from the Loony Bin. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good night. And this is the conclusion of day 23, 2021. Oh, God, what is tomorrow going to bring?